Hi, Paul Watson here, reporting for Pro Sound News TV for highlights of Pro Light and Sound. I'm with George here on the KV2 stand. George, we're going to talk a little about your philosophy on sound and what your company stands for with regard to that. We just heard a really amazing demo. It sounds incredibly clear, there's a lot of space, and it has a lovely low end. What were those speakers that we were listening to?
The speakers, those are what we heard. Those are speakers specifically designed for like classical music, acoustical instruments. The real reason for that range is to actually transfer the sound, the energy, the emotion from the stage, transfer to audience. Because the sound, the music is about emotion. It's not about SPL, about numbers. Important is what we feel, how we feel, right? And that means when people leaving the concert, they have to feel the emotions. It's not about the noise, And what we're doing, everything is about the sound. And if you can hear the difference, we're gonna go for it. And this is the reason why we develop our super digital system, which running at a sampling rate of 20 megahertz.
Which is considerably higher than many other people, right?
Yeah, the main reason for it is, for example, the VHD system delivers 140 dB, but we want to listen at 60 dB level, which is 80 dB down. For that reason, we have to have a system which can actually correctly replay the levels minus 80 dB. Basically the level, the smallest signals are related to the speed. Higher speed, smaller signal we can reproduce. And we get up to 20 megahertz because up to 20, actually the test was done on at 22 megahertz was the limit when we cannot tell the difference between the sound with the flute, playing the flute, and go directly or go through that digital system. For same reason, we develop even the analog part. It's very, very fast, And settling time on the whole system, it's usually in the feedback loop, it's below 1 microsecond. Because if it's longer, because the system continuously adjusting, to the output signal to the input signal, And when the settling time, they call it settling time, it's long, it actually creates an error. That means the output signal actually does not represent the input signal, and the worst part of it is it creates a distortion which is non-harmonic. And therefore, because it's not related to the original note, it's way more audible. It's a typical problem on digital systems and even on analog systems.
Hence why you had to go for that kind of magnitude, that kind of size.
And because we have the best source we can ask, which is live, much higher quality than any recordings.
Is this also because you don't make line arrays, do you?
Oh, we don't make line arrays because the real reason is when you have a, in theory says, if you have a point source, true point source, then the sound is everywhere around same. As you're adding the points, you're reducing the area which you can actually listen. And the worst part of it, even I have to say that before we had the boxes which were arrayable in 2 axes. And therefore the line array, it's a big step forward, because we reduced to 1 line, which is improvement. But the still pulse response, which represent the definition and even the dynamics of the line array, it's much worse than point source.
So would you ever consider making a line array?
No, we won't make line array because it goes against the philosophy of the perfect system.
Which is your philosophy?
Yes,
yeah.
Which is basically means that we should not hear the speakers. We should hear the stage, the band. The speakers should disappear from the scene. No, that's the goal. And when you have a very high quality system, the speakers truly disappear. You just heard it. And you hear the space, you depth. All that stuff, you can hear it only under condition when there is minimum error. Because the brain Our brain are programmed through a million years, right? If there is something which doesn't come from the nature, no, then the brain will listen and listen for it. And then you will recognize the sound come from that box. But everything, when all this stuff is perfect, then the boxes disappear. You have just the band in front of you, now on the stage. And then people actually, when the concert finished, they go home and they take the emotion with them. And it makes them to come back and listen again. Because it's interesting, we turn on the system, very interesting effect. People start smiling. No, they don't try to protect themselves, they actually enjoying it. And that's what it's all about.
Fantastic, that's great.